Thanks, Jeff, and we're also glad we were awarded. Next, I'd like to introduce Ray Watson. Ray is a Senior Program Officer at the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, focusing primarily on grant making in the areas of health, human services, and community and economic development. Ray has been directly involved over the years in the facilitation of GCF grant awards to Tender Mercies in support of several equipment purchases and major renovation projects. Prior to joining the GCF community investment staff over 6 years ago, Ray worked for 29 years in the field of behavioral health as an administrator and a licensed independent social worker. Ray Watson.
Thank you, Russell, for having me here. It's been a good day. I had 3 meetings this morning that all went well. Now the weather's great. The Reds won this afternoon, and now we get to do this, so this is a good day. The Greater Cincinnati Foundation, as Russell said, has been involved for many years with Tender Mercies, and we're really happy to have the opportunity to partner with Tender Mercies on a number of different projects, as Tender Mercies is just a perfect fit for GCF in terms of 3 of our 6 grant-making areas, which are, the 3 are human services, health, and community and economic development. So this fits right in with all 3 of those, actually. Again, congratulations to Tender Mercies on this new project. Since Tender Mercies began 25 or so years ago, we were involved right from the beginning, actually, and over the years have made a number of grants to Tender Mercies for equipment, computers, roof repairs, all kinds of supplies, and renovation projects, including the transition house at 29 West 12th Street, the women's building at 1214 Ray Street, Harkavy Hall across the street, and now the DANA project. So again, we're very proud to be part of this. It fits right in with a number of initiatives that we have in community and economic development. We're involved in a number of different projects here over the Rhine, as well as throughout our metro area. We serve 8 counties, including Northern Kentucky and Southeast Indiana. So we're involved heavily in all those counties, and so this project is just wonderful for us to be involved with. Over the years, actually, I just kind of looked in our database out of curiosity, and we've actually partnered with Tender Mercies on grants of this nature 22 times in the last 25 years. And we've directed our donors to do donor-advised grants to Tender Mercies to the tune of 194 grants. So we've been very involved over the years, and look to be continuing to be involved, and that's really exciting for us to look toward the future, the other ways that we'll be able to partner with Tender Mercies on projects in any way we can. So once again, congratulations to Russell and the board, the staff, volunteers, clients, and all in this new project.
Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Patrick Tribby, President and CEO of the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board. Pat's a Cincinnati native who graduated from St. Axe High School and received a BA in psychology from UC. After receiving his MS in psychology from Memorial University St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada, he embarked on a career marked by significant achievements in both service delivery and management of mental health and substance abuse services. Pat returned to Cincinnati in March of 1997 as the CEO of the Hamilton County Mental Health Board, which later merged with the Alcohol and Drug Addiction Services Board to become the current Mental Health and Recovery Services Board. He has brought to the board a strong belief that community-based services play a critical role in assisting individuals and families who are dealing with mental illness and/or addictions. He's been very successful in creating an organization that, through collaborative agreements with local agencies, seamlessly serves a wide range of Hamilton County citizens and their families who continue to struggle with addictions and mental illness. Please help me welcome Patrick Tribby.
Congratulations to Tender Mercies, and a special thanks to all of our partners in the community, the financial ones especially, in terms of making this project go forward. If we had to have an old program, the guy standing up here should be Bob Obenmeyer. I think many of you know Bob if you've worked in the community for the number of years that he has. Bob would be standing here eyeing this Bobcat in the background there. I think the last ground opening you had, we looked at pictures of Bob and the Bobcat for a couple of months in all the different places in the organization. But I wanted to mention Bob's name specifically because many years ago, Bob was part of the original movement as it related to the DANA, and I think many of you are aware of that, but this is really a renewal of a commitment to safe, affordable housing through the DANA. The Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, early in its work, was fortunate enough to receive a very large amount of money from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and this really was the key project that was started with the vision of Chris Hall. They would really redo this, and my understanding, I wasn't around at that time, that it was pretty much a burnt-out shell of a hotel, and that it really needed a major reworking, and those funds flowed into the community. And that's where the vision started, not just for this hotel and Tender Mercies, but for us, it really was the springboard for a commitment to safe, affordable housing in Hamilton County that I think eventually led this county and the agencies involved to be a real leader in the state of Ohio and nationally in terms of the housing projects. And as we look back on that, you can see just statewide that the 3 counties receive the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation money really stand out in terms of what they've accomplished. So this really has a special meaning for us at the board because, again, it's not only another step for the DANA, but I think this renews all of our commitment to safe, affordable housing. And so our partnership with Tender Mercies has been strong. We value that, and we are pleased to see this go forward. We've had a couple of exciting months of trying to work out some of the details in terms of ownership and transferring that to Tender Mercies, but we got that accomplished, and so we're pretty excited about what's happening here. Again, congratulations, Tender Mercies.
And last but not least, I'd like to introduce Roger Robinson. Roger has volunteered for Tender Mercies since 1996 and currently serves as board president. In addition to being my boss, he's an architect that's been involved with low-income housing since 1991 and with low-income housing tax credit projects since 2002. Roger.
Thanks, Russ. This is, as been mentioned before, this has been a long time coming to this event. And there have been a lot of people who have been helping out, and it's been a real pleasure, I want to say, that working this process out with the Tender Mercies staff, and especially with the board members who have been most helpful in this process, everywhere from the executive committee to the finance committee to all the other committees that have helped out. And I want to point out a couple of people on staff who have done a great job with this, and I want to tell everyone that what we're looking at now is an empty building. Residents were living there until Thursday, and we worked very hard at finding a temporary place for them to live. They are now living at the YMCA on the 5th floor, which is 2 or 3 blocks down the street. And on Thursday, last Thursday, staff worked very hard to get all 37 residents and all of their belongings and all of their furniture moved from this building over to the YMCA, and did it flawlessly, and I want to congratulate them for doing that. Heading up that effort was Gary Garman, who's standing at the back, letting embarrass me.
Thank you.
I want to put a special shout out to my partner in crime in putting the Dana Hotel together. Russ Winters has been just an amazing person, and his fortitude and his stick-to-itness in putting everything together was handed to him. Stacks of paper, all kinds of things that at the beginning he was very confused about, and still has been doing a really wonderful job, and it's just been a pleasure to work out this project with him and get to this point so far. So I want to thank you for that. And so I just want to say it's been a real pleasure, and I am overjoyed with our partnership with all who are here. We look forward to a wonderful construction. Thank you.
We'd like to thank all of our speakers today. In addition, I'd like to draw your attention to the professional team that's listed in your program, as well as the staff, board, and volunteers of Tender Mercies. Please give them a round of applause. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the Bobcat. And at the risk of offending my HR manager, sometimes it takes a good, strong woman to do something that this line of gentlemen would not do. So our board secretary, Deanna is going to do the honors of knocking down the Dana Hotel fence. And after Deanna does her damage, we would like to invite everyone to the back of the tent for some light refreshments. Thank you very much.